Alright, Eagles Nation, buckle up, it's time to soar into the latest from South Philly. Can you feel the electricity in the air? The Philadelphia Eagles are gearing up for a massive Week 8 showdown against their bitter NFC East rivals, the New York Giants, at the iconic Lincoln Financial Field. But hold on to your "Fly Eagles Fly" flags, because there's a storm brewing, and it's centered around star wide receiver A.J. Brown. Is this the moment the Eagles season takes a turn, or just another bump in the road for our beloved birds? Let's dive into the headlines, break it all down, and get you ready for what's shaping up to be a critical game in the 2025 season. First, the big news shaking the Eagles' nest. A.J. Brown, the heartbeat of Philly's passing game, is in serious doubt for Sunday's clash with the Giants. According to reports from inside the Eagles, Brown has missed 2 straight days of practice with a nagging hamstring injury. Now, for those casual fans tuning in, missing practice this close to game day is rarely a good sign in the NFL. It's like seeing storm clouds gather over the Schuylkill River. That hamstring issue has kept Brown sidelined from drills, and the Eagles coaching staff, led by the ever-steady Nick Sirianni, seems to be bracing for the worst. But wait, there's more. The team made a subtle roster move that's raising eyebrows across the Delaware Valley. The Eagles opened the 21-day practice window for wide receiver Darius Cooper, a fan favorite from training camp. Is this a sign they're preparing to play without their star receiver? Let's unpack this drama and what it means for the Birds. Let's start with A.J. Brown, because, folks, this guy is the engine of the Eagles' offense. At 6'1", 226 pounds, Brown's a matchup nightmare. Think of him as a freight train with the agility of a sports car. He's got 29 catches for 395 yards and 3 touchdowns through 7 games this season. Solid numbers, sure, but not quite the fireworks we've come to expect from the 2-time Pro Bowler. If you've been scrolling X lately, you've probably seen Brown's cryptic posts, vague emojis, motivational quotes, the kind of stuff that sends Eagles fans into a frenzy trying to decode his mood. Is he frustrated, hurt worse than we know, or just keeping us on our toes? One thing's clear, without Brown, the Eagles' passing game could take a hit, especially against a Giants secondary that's been sneaky good at clamping down on big plays this year. Now, let's talk about this roster move with Darius Cooper. For those who don't eat, sleep, and breathe Eagles football, Cooper's a name you might have missed, but he's got the Philly faithful buzzing. This undrafted rookie out of Tarleton State turned heads in the preseason with a standout performance against the Cincinnati Bengals. 6 catches, 82 yards, and a touchdown that had fans at the Link chanting his name. Picture this, a kid who wasn't even on the radar, making the 53-man roster because he played with the heart of a Philly underdog. Cooper's been sidelined since Week 3 with a shoulder injury from the Rams game, but now he's back at practice, and the timing couldn't be more curious. The Eagles didn't open his practice window at the start of the week. They waited until midweek, almost like they're hedging their bets on Brown's status. Is Cooper ready to step into the spotlight? Or is this just a precaution? Either way, it's a classic Philly story, a scrappy rookie looking to make his mark in a city that loves its underdogs. Let's zoom out for some context, because this isn't just about one game, it's about the Eagles' place in the NFL's toughest division, the NFC East. Philly's sitting at 4-3 through 7 weeks, battling it out with the Cowboys, Giants, and Commanders for supremacy. The Giants, at 3-4, aren't exactly world beaters, but they've got a chip on their shoulder, especially when they roll into Philly. This rivalry goes back decades. Think of epic battles like the Miracle at the Meadowlands in 1978 or Deshaun Jackson's punt return stunner in 2010. Every time these teams meet, it's less a game and more a street fight. The Eagles' offense, led by dual-threat quarterback Jalen Hurts, has been a roller coaster this season. Hurts has thrown for 1,876 yards and 12 touchdowns, but he's also taken some big hits, and the offense hasn't quite found its rhythm. Without Brown, the pressure falls on guys like Devonta Smith, aka the Slim Reaper, and tight end Dallas Goedert to keep the chains moving. Tactically, let's break this down. If Brown can't go, the Eagles' game plan gets tricky. Brown's not just a receiver. He's a decoy who forces defenses to double-team him, opening up the field for others. Without him, the Giants' cornerbacks, led by Deonte Banks, can focus on Smith, who's got 34 catches for 412 yards this season. The Eagles might lean harder on their ground game, with Saquon Barkley, yes, the former Giant who's now a Philly fan favorite, carrying the load. Barkley's rushed for 589 yards and 4 touchdowns this year, and you know he's itching to stick it to his old team. But here's the catch. The Giants' defensive front, anchored by Dexter Lawrence, is a brick wall against the run. If Cooper steps in, expect the Eagles to use him in quick, short routes, think slants and screens, to exploit his speed and get him in space. Now, let's bring in a fictional expert for some perspective. I caught up with longtime Eagles analyst Ray Didinger, a version of him in my imagination, who had this to say: "Look, losing A.J. Brown would sting, but this is why depth matters in the NFL. Darius Cooper's got that raw, hungry energy you love in a rookie. If he can channel that preseason magic, he could be a spark." But the Eagles need to protect Jalen Hurts better. Those Giants pass rushers are no joke. Wise words, Ray. On the flip side, I spoke to a die-hard Eagles fan, South Philly's own Tommy Esposito, who was less optimistic. No AJ? Man, that's like going to Pat Steaks and they're out of cheese steaks. Cooper better step up, or we're in for a long day. That's the passion of Philly fans. Love him or hate him, they keep it real. Let's sprinkle in some history to set the stage. The Eagles and Giants have been duking it out since 1933, with Philly holding a slight edge in the all-time series, 92-88-2. Lincoln Financial Field becomes a cauldron of noise when these teams meet, with fans belting out, "Fly Eagles Fly," like it's a battle cry. Remember the 2017 season? The Eagles' Super Bowl run, capped by Nick Foles' heroics in Super Bowl 52, was a high point in franchise history. That team, with legends like Jason Kelce and Fletcher Cox, showed the grit Philly's known for. Fast forward to 2025, and this squad's trying to recapture that magic. But injuries, like Brown's, are a reminder of how fragile an NFL season can be. Statistically, the Eagles' passing offense ranks 12th in the league, averaging 218 yards per game, but without Brown, that number could dip. Compare that to 2022, when they averaged 241 yards with Brown and Smith firing on all cylinders. What's at stake here? A win against the Giants could solidify the Eagles' grip on the NFC East, especially with tough games against the Cowboys and Commanders looming. A loss, though, could shake the team's confidence and fuel the doubters on X who are already questioning Sirianni's play calling. Looking ahead, if Brown's injury lingers, it could impact Philly's playoff push. The NFC is stacked, with teams like the 49ers and Lions lurking. The Eagles can't afford to limp into December. As for Cooper, this could be his breakout moment, or a chance to learn the hard way how tough the NFL is. Fun fact: did you know the Eagles' fight song, "Fly Eagles Fly," was first sung in 1950? It's been the soundtrack to countless memories in Philly, from Reggie White's sax to Brian Dawkins' bone-rattling hits. Pop culture tie-in. Picture this: the Eagles-Giants game is like a scene from Rocky. Philly's the underdog, scrapping against a bigger, brasher rival. And with the 2025 season heating up, this game could be the montage moment where the Eagles find their groove, or stumble down the art museum steps. Social media's buzzing with memes comparing Brown's injury to a plot twist in a Marvel movie, and fans are already remixing "Fly Eagles Fly" into TikTok anthems. Philly's a city that lives and breathes its sports, and Sunday's game is more than a matchup, it's a cultural event. So, what's next? If Brown sits out, expect Sirianni to get creative. Maybe we'll see more two tight end sets with Goddard and rookie Grant Calcaterra. Or perhaps Hurts takes off running more, using his legs to keep the Giants guessing. Long-term, the Eagles need Brown healthy for the stretch run. A wild card berth is within reach, but they'll need their full arsenal to compete with the NFC's heavyweights. As for Cooper, this could be his Rudy moment, a chance to prove he belongs on the big stage. Prediction: I'm calling a close one. Eagles 24, Giants 20, with Barkley punching in a late touchdown to seal it. But it won't be easy, and the link will be rocking. Eagles Nation, this is your call to action. Get your green gear ready, pack the tailgates, and make some noise at Lincoln Financial Field this Sunday. Can't make it? Tune in to the game on Fox, and follow along on X for real-time updates from fans and insiders. Let's keep the faith. Philly's been through worse, and we always come out swinging. Fly Eagles Fly. What do you think? Will Cooper step up, or is Brown's absence too much to overcome? Hit us up with your takes, and we'll see you for the next chapter in this wild 2025 season.